we've got some trees to cut on here, basically, and some of it is like new jobs, you know, someone calls you up, they're like, come and cut on my trees, and you go up there and cut on them. But some are kind of like the follow-up job, you know, like, oh, it didn't get entirely done the first time, or hey, why don't you go back and do a little bit of this also. So right now we got a little follow-up job. Alright, this is a Hackberry job. Mainly just getting stuff off the roof. So, you know, just a few of these limbs in here. I'm riding a new saddle today, so I'm kind of taking it slow, seeing how it goes. This guy's got to go. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to set up a little rigadoo over it and send her back down to earth. Little rigadoo. Got like 3 slings up here. I'm going for the peel. No notch and lean it or anything. Just straight peel. Just straight up peel. Nothing to it. Nothing fancy, I should say. Just kind of laying stuff on the deck down there. It's like slightly messy, but you know, you need a pretty good look at the fields up here. These guys are doing soy this year, and soy over there. This is like either a no-till thing or they're tilling it late. I don't know what's going on in this field. It's just a little funky. Most of the stuff out here is rented by like different farmers, so I know the guy who tills and farms all this stuff is different than that dude. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, I actually got it. That's funny. I didn't think I'd get it. That was a slightly wacky traverse. You got a voluntary ground crew going on. Alright, this is the next branch in the lineup, and since it's closer to the house, I kind of want to get out there a little bit for my point. So, you know, at least a little bit further out, just so I can get some balance on it. It's not big, it's just that kind of thing where it'd be nicer to have it tied out here. God damn it, with 2 slings. Oh. And don't worry about that stuff now.
No, I won't.
Okay. I'll cut it up.
Don't worry.
Well, don't overdo it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Man is running the ground crew. This guy used to run a saw shop, so he definitely knows what he's doing. All right, I've got this guy tied. I'm gonna try to swing it a little bit. I'm gonna try to swing it a lot. Why not? Keep it off that roof as much as possible. Swing, getting the swing. There we go. That's the swing. Nice. I'm telling you, man, it's all about the Hackberry. Hackberry stuff just swings so good. This is like the deck of many branches now. I want this one. Am I gonna get it? If you haven't seen a hackberry before, it's got all these little hacky berries. Yeah, I should be able to lower it. I just want to leave it in some weird spot. Oh, that's better. At least it's crushed up now. Alright, second tree. That was the hackberry I was in. This is the other hackberry. Just getting some low-lying stuff. All right, Roger, heads up. I'm gonna take this guy down.
Good.
Oh, that was close. Sorry about that. It's the weekend, and even though I'm not really in the business of giving advice, I would say that you really shouldn't work on the weekend. It's not a good idea, you know? You've got the week to work and you've got the end not to work. So anyway, it's a weekend. I got some kind of rando jobs to finish up, and this guy called me about a limb and I told him I'd take care of it. Wait till you see this limb. It's, you know, it's like a little bit more than a limb. All right, well, I'm getting this cleaned up. You got to check out the rot in this magnolia, you know? Definitely pretty funky. I got the tulip branch in the green beast. It's kind of a big branch. Next up, we've got some alternative transportation to the job site.
Today, a warm day up at 87, the expected high. Already in the 80s in a lot of places right now. 84 degrees in Wheeling, 83 in Waukegan.
All right, alternative transportation, driving over here was this bad boy, and I'm just picking up logs in the back. So I was thinking about setting up this file with one of these file guides. I don't know if you guys use these. They kind of keep your file up high on the chain, but this is not sized right or whatever. I do feel like there are like a million gimmicks for sharpening a chainsaw, but the best thing I always find is just to do it the old-fashioned way, you know? Get a good feel for it. Alright, so that wraps up those kind of rando weekend jobs. You know, the kind of stuff that gets left to the end of the week. And you think to yourself, man, maybe I'll do this next week. But then you look at next week, and next week is worse. You've got like more stuff set up for next week. I am curious what you guys think of the tractor out there. You know, I have been talking to myself mainly about buying a mini skid steer. That is like a super duper expensive way of hauling stuff around, but there's no way I'm doing it. I'm just too cheap, and you know, I kind of like do stuff the old-fashioned way. But it is nice sometimes to bring the tractor in, you know? The tractor will do some of the work for you, but not completely make you feel like just an instrument of the robot regime. Alright, last thing I should say, this is not a how-to video, you know, it's not like a step-by-step kind of thing. It's just the story of how I did it, and I appreciate you checking it out. Alright, now where the heck was I here? Oh man, these are bent? Maybe I should use the 2-in-1. Use the 2-in-1 instead.